I know. We're in New York now. Welcome, and you're back in New York.
I'm back in New York.
Yes, I love living here. Did you just miss it? You had to come back?
I love it. I feel like I was born in Chicago. Well, I was born in Milwaukee and then moved to Chicago. It's the whole thing.
I know. I sounded like a total stalker
I
in the
heard
beginning.
you, and I'm afraid.
I was like, I'm the one in the bushes. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't actually realize how stalkerish it sounded until I was saying it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I swear to God, I don't know your address.
Well, imagine how it was standing back there. I was like, should I run?
Blink twice if you don't feel safe. No, is it true though? When you first, you went to school here, right?
I did.
So when you first got your first apartment, did your mom actually help you decorate?
My mom, she did. She volunteered some things that she didn't want anymore from our house in Chicago. And it was mostly just a series of like really creepy paintings of small children. And she was like, do you want these? And some clocks. So my apartment was real weird.
It looked like a horror film.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or kind of cool and a lot of character.
Oh, let's go with that one.
Let's go with that one.
Yeah.
Just to make it less scary.
Exactly.
Yes. I love that she was like, I'm purging in my house, so you can just
like,
take all my
junk.
junk.
Do you want this stuff? And at that time, I was like, I got nothing else.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's how I know all our first apartment. Mine was literally a mattress.
Oh, perfect.
Just with some basic sheets. That's it. There was nothing.
At least you had sheets.
I don't even think I had a comforter because I was like, I don't have like a washer and dryer, so like drying this would be a situation. Yeah, it was a thrift quilt. It was great. I hear that you are not very good at vacation. I am not either. I'm always being creative. Are you like that? Just always coming up with ideas?
Also busy, and it's hard to find the time to just set aside and shut your brain off. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's Montana for me. That's why I like escaping there, because it's the only place that I feel like I'm just so far removed from civilization that like, because I'm in the middle of nowhere in the mountains, that it literally takes that for me to like slow down.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do to slow down? How do you do that?
About when was that? A long time ago, I shot a show in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and just fell in love with it.
Beautiful.
It's so beautiful there. The sunset is unlike anything you've ever seen, and so my friends and I try to go once a year. They have an amazing spa there.
Yeah.
And we just sort of go up in the mountains. There's not a lot of oxygen up there, which I think is good for your brain. At least that's what they say.
I just got very stressed. Yeah, that sounds stressful.
But in a good way, you know?
Yeah. It is thinner, I guess, where I am too. It's
Yeah. And so we hang and get at least hopefully a couple days a year to just turn off and be with each other and do some naughty things and
Yeah. If naughty means fun. I hear that you like games.
We love games.
Me too.
I love games. What's your game?
Right now, I taught my daughter Yahtzee so she'd play with me.
Because
I love Yahtzee, and now she's addicted. So we play it on the plane. We play it everywhere.
Wait,
we played it last night.
Do you have travel Yahtzee?
Do you want to know what happened last night?
Yes. Hold on, I'm losing.
I can't even believe I just remember this. We sat down. I was like, "Yeah, you want to play one game?" Like before she does school for like an hour and a half. I have to go to school. She's the teacher. This is literally almost every night of my life. So we played Yahtzee before, and it's intense.
Yeah.
But we started playing Yahtzee. My first two rolls were both Yahtzees.
You have luck on your side.
Right?
That's pretty lucky.
I felt really good about it.
I'm jealous.
I have never done that before since I was a child. I was like, it's kind of cute though, because my mom taught me. She was a single mom for a lot of like my childhood. She taught me Yahtzee, and we'd play together. That was our game, and now it's cute because it's me and my kid doing the same. But that's one of my favorites. What's yours?
Me too. Yahtzee is one of my favorites. Have you seen they sell a really, really cute little travel Yahtzee in this little wood thing? You have them.
Yeah.
All the Yahtzees.
I'm like, it's kind of weird. I have all different versions of Yahtzees. If it's a cute thing, I'm a sucker. I'm like, I don't have that kind. I don't have that one. Yeah.
Well, I know what to get you for the holidays.
Yeah, and especially if they come with cute dies.
Yeah.
I heard that you were on Celebrity Jeopardy as well. No, that would stress me out.
You gotta go. It's so much fun. It's for charity.
Being completely honest with you, I am an intelligent woman, but I am not that smart. That would stress me out. I just would freak out. Are you good at stuff like trivia?
I feel like the thing that people don't know is that it's half knowing the answer, but it's also half just pressing the button in time. Half of it's me going, is this thing on?
Yeah. See, you just added a whole other element that's not exciting.
Yeah. I mean, I got my ass absolutely handed to me by Margaret Cho, which is spoiler alert, but I feel like it happened a long time ago now, so we're allowed to say that. She's a beast.
Yeah.
She should be on Real Jeopardy, and I feel like she really should have been pre-disqualified from Celebrity Jeopardy. She's not like the rest of us.
How rude.
Yeah, really rude.
She was just too smart. Okay.
But it was amazing to watch. And we got to play for charities that are really important to us. So I got to play for Covenant House. They have a Covenant House here in New York. I have to invite you to come say hello to the kids.
I have done Hollywood Game Night like a couple times. I think I'm down for a game. I just think, especially when you get to like shine a light on cool charities, it's like you get to have fun and then also help people. That's nice. And what kind of says no to that?
Nobody, obviously.
I do not want to help people. Okay, so wait, let's do some commercials. We have someone in the audience to help us out.
Hi, Kelly and Rachel. I'm Pam. Rachel, you were iconic in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Give it up.
Pam.
I learned so many important lessons, like how to pick the best brisket for Rosh Hashanah and how giving your doorman a black and white cookie is a mitzvah. L'chaim! I can't wait to see where your career takes you next, and don't go away. Kelly has more with Rachel after this.
We are back with Rachel Brosnahan. Now we're going to look at the new movie, Superman. It's in theaters July 11th. So this is amazing. You play an iconic character. This is like one of the most iconic characters, especially in a superhero world. You play Lois Lane. Did you delve into all, previous ones, or, because I know you probably grew up on the OG, like with Christopher Reeves. That's the one that yeah. But did you kind of try and recreate who she would be now?
We wanted to pay homage to the comics. James Gunn, who directed the film and wrote the film and is also the co-head of DC Studios, he's a huge comic book fan. He'd spent so much time with these characters and laid a really great roadmap for us with this script.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up reading comics except for the Archie comics. I was that girl.
Yeah.
But I loved fantasy and big magic and all these things. And so I went back and read a lot of the comics. There's so many, so James gave us a couple touchstones there. But we talked a lot about what it would mean for a character like this to exist in the world today. How can we make it current, even though obviously Metropolis is slightly parallel to our real world? Print journalism is an art form under siege in some ways. And so what would it mean for a woman like this to be an investigative journalist, to be in a newsroom? What would she look like? How could we pay homage to the previous versions of her and make her feel current? And that involved a lot of flat shoes.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah.
Yes.
The flat shoes. David, who plays Superman, also, there's such a famous height difference between Superman and Lois Lane.
Yeah.
David's already a foot taller than me, but he got really greedy and didn't want me to wear anything with any kind of height. He wanted me to be looking straight up his nose the entire movie. So, lots of flat shoes.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start wearing flat shoes to make other people feel better about themselves.
Exactly.
For them. I'm doing it for them.
Yes.
I'm so kind.
Right. For them, not me.
So where is this in the Superman timeline? Is it like can you spoil it? But like,
I can. James is pretty free with some of these spoilers, so now I feel like
You are literally the first actor ever to sit down and say what you just said.
I mean, don't let me speak too soon. They're going to Tom Holland me next. James didn't want to do the same origin story that we're so familiar with. Where Superman and Lois don't know each other, where she's kind of investigating him. So we start with them already established in the world. Clark is a journalist at the Daily Planet, and there's some love in the air. Yeah. They're at the point in their relationship.
I love the tension. I
know. Yeah. They're at the point in their relationship where they're trying to figure out if this was just a fling or if this is a forever thing. And they're really, really different. They have totally opposite worldviews. She's somebody who prides herself on being 10 steps ahead of everyone at any given moment. And he's somebody who's radically present and in the moment. Mm-hmm. And that can be, they butt up against each other sometimes. They have really different views of how to solve problems. And so they're working it out in real time when we meet them in this movie.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Well, one of our producers, Christopher McDonald, was in the movie with Rachel. Can we show a picture of Chris just to embarrass him? Here you go, Christopher.
There's Chris.
We love Chris. He's so good. I rave about him all the time, on and off air, just because he's so great with music. His knowledge of music is insane. But this is his first time, I think, acting. How did he do? He's a great producer.
I would never have known that if that's true.
Okay.
He was a part of the Daily Planet gang, so we got to spend quite a lot of time together.
Yeah.
He was so fantastic. I mean, that whole crew, it's folks that James have worked with before who really set the tone for us. James creates a family out of his sets.
Yeah.
The crew he's worked with so many times, Michaela, who plays Cat Grant, and Chris are part of the James Gunn extended universe in the real world. And
Yeah.
so it was really, really fun to get to work with them.
Yeah, I love that because it's like a great environment to walk into to work every day. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're now podcasting. You're producing podcasts, right? So what got you into this world?
So I run a production company. We produce film, television, theater, and some stuff in the audio space. So we did a podcast a couple years ago with Audible called the Miranda Obsession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had never heard of it. Tell everybody Miranda Obsession. This is kind of a crazy story.
It's a really interesting story.
Yeah.
So there was a woman in the 1980s who called herself Miranda, and she somehow got, I believe it was Bob Dylan maybe, who was her first, she got his information, she called him up on the phone, they started chatting, he really liked her, and then she managed to get this web of people's information, and she developed these really lovely and not, it sounds so creepy, but they sound really lovely.
It sounds interesting.
These relationships with all these really powerful men, from Hollywood to music to politics, restaurateurs, and everything in between. And from the sound of it, she was really influential in all their lives.
And she's just like cold calling them?
Yeah, she
like,
just cold called them. But I think once she started talking to people, I mean, it was the 80s. It was a different time.
Yeah,
But once she started talking to people, people started talking to each other, and they all essentially confirmed that they knew her. So then she managed to get more access to more people, everyone from Bob Dylan to De Niro to Billy Joel, Art Garfunkel, I mean, and everyone in between. Maybe a Kennedy we hear. And so we had the opportunity to turn it into a scripted podcast, and we've been developing a documentary project about it as well.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
All right.